NBA 2K18 tutorial number 36. Today we are gonna look at defensive animations and how to use the R stick to help yourself. We will be looking at using it, the R stick, to lock up absolutely everything, online, offline, pro am, playground, doesn't matter. But please watch tutorial number 33 before watching this one so you can learn the details, because that one's a continuation of this one. And I will be teaching you how to defend ISOs, how to defend post-ups, and how to defend pick and rolls using the right stick, left trigger, and right trigger. Alright? So the RS, the R stick, combined with, left stick, L2, and R2, can shut down absolutely anything on 2K18. Now, user focus and positioning is still key, so I suggest you practice, watch film, and study what I have taught you here today maybe more than once. But the point is, I will show you both positive and negative results by using those 4 buttons as techniques to stop the offense. So you'll be able to see, when I do bad, why, and when I do good, why. So overall, the 2K18 defensive meta has changed because user on-ball defense is now effective. So the most effective tactics available, the meta, is no longer playing off-ball. It's no longer the only option because, as you can see in this clip, that on-ball against Hall of Fame is lockup. So the goal is to use all 4 of these, button mechanics together and independently. So the left stick, the right stick, R2 and L2 all together separately, doesn't matter on defense. So technique number 1 is using the RS, the right stick, to contest, and you must adopt to this family, and you have to use this as much as possible in every contest scenario, okay? So you can see here, it's just because this is an overpowering defensive tool versus ISOs. You see a Minu shutdown Millsap there, and it's so strong, but it's so easy and simple to execute. I just gotta hold the right stick at the guy who is shooting, and I just gotta stay in front of him, obviously, and I just gotta hold RS at him, and it's 0 fouls, super aggressive contest, and I'm like all up in his space, as you can see here. So if you're in the right position like I am with Covington here, the RS contest will do its job on its own. I just gotta hold it, face the guy. Look at how good that is. That's all you can ask on 2K. Simple, easy, and extremely effective. Like, it's so good. You can see here again with Covington, I actually missed the on ball here. Like, they beat me, but I try to trail back from behind. I hold the right stick while I walked back at Jefferson, and I blocked the ball from behind. That's an incredible NBA-like animation, and the right stick gives that to you with no fouls. And if you want to be more aggressive, it's not just the R stick, right? You can contest the R stick first, then click triangle. As you can see, I do with Jermichael Green here. That's 2 animations at once. Watch it closely. Andre Iguodala is a legend with this in real life. So this is in real life NBA. Watch the R stick contest, and then I click triangle to try to swat it. That's a double contest. That's a right stick up and a triangle swat down. That's beautiful stuff. Now, technique number 2, we're gonna use L2, LS, R2, and RS to defend and contest on ball. So you guys already know from the previous tutorial that the right stick this year actually allows you to hip ride the offensive player during on-ball defense. So you can see in some of these clips, I'm going to be Covington. And right now I'm holding on to L2 just to be in my defensive stance. I'm getting ready to slide with him, so now I'm holding L2 and Turbo. And at this point I'm still holding L2 and Turbo, but I'm going to flick the right stick at Millsap so I get attached to his hip. Now I'm holding L2, Turbo, and right stick, and I'm sliding with L stick to beat him to the spot, and when he's shooting, I'm going to hold the right stick at him. That's a good contest. Lock up. So you can see it here. L2, R2, slide with him, flick the right stick at him, get stuck on him, hold the right stick at him while sliding with LS, hold all 4 buttons together, lock up defense. Here again is Millsap versus Covington again, so watch. L2, Turbo, R2, slide. I actually got beat there, but thank God for Jermichael for helping me a little bit. He brings the help, so I'm going to get back onto him, hold the right stick, slide onto his hip, and at this point he has beat me with that spin move, so I'm going to run back, holding L2 and R2. You see me slide there with Turbo, beat him back to the spot, get in front, R stick contest. So I can also combine, the hip ride and the contest and block technique. So you can see me do it there with the hip ride, right stick contest, follow with a block with Willie Cauley-Stein. So watch. That's the hip ride technique, L2, R2, LS, RS to contest the shot, and then click triangle at the end to block it, double contest, beautiful work. So technique number 3 is to use all 4 buttons to get over, on-ball screens. And you can also combine this with technique 1 and 2 for deadly defensive results versus the offense. So watch. They swing the ball around. I know that screen is coming because of swing motion. I actually get up on Murray's way with Lillard, and that's really important. You see, because I got up to Murray, now moves up can't really set a screen on me. So now I can hold L2, hold R2, use the right stick, push it towards the pick and get over it. As you can see there, get back on ball, use the right stick defense, contest the shot. Absolutely nothing for Murray. So watch, this time with the Dellavedova, I messed up. I didn't get close enough to Barton initially, so I got screened. So it's really important. If you know a pick and roll is coming, a ball screen is coming, you gotta get right into the handler's face. You see, this time, I'm still late because of the pick. I didn't get through enough with the right stick and the R2. I get pinned again. Barton beats me and he gets an open layup. So when you get screen, it's bad. So you gotta beat the screen at all costs. You can see me do it well here, this time with CJ. I know there's a pick is coming. I'm running right at Harris. Take out all that space. L2, R2. Push the right stick at the pick while still holding L2. Get in front of Harris. Lock it up. That's how you blow up a pick and roll or ball screen in 2K18 with the right stick. So watch. L2, R2. Now push the right stick right at the pick. Right at the pick defender's hip, so you can ride his hip away from the pick. We're riding the screener's hip to get over the pick, and the right stick will let you do that if you press against the screener's hip. Same thing here again. Get up close first, push it at the screener's hip, get over it. Now it's just fundamental lockup, and we lock it down. So you can see me here using everything. So using all buttons together and independent. So I go over the pick, and then I'm using the left stick to trail the play. So just left stick and walk and follow him, but I see him going to the spot. Now I'm clicking turbo and left stick. You see how Damian sprinted there? That was L stick with turbo. I beat him to the spot, get back in front of him, and contest with the right stick. So check it out. Get over the pick, push the left stick at the screener's hip, get over the screener with L2, R2. Now just LS, just follow. Now LS and turbo, run in fact in front of him, contest the shot. That's a lot of timing, a lot of skill, but it does work. So watch me get up close on the Chandler, get over the Farid pick by pushing L stick at Farid's hip. They cross back, he beats me, but I run back with turbo, cut off Wilson Chandler, get back in front. Now it's just right stick, L2, R2 contest. I block it back into his face. That's beautiful work. So watch. L2, R2, use the right stick, push it over Farid's hip, get over the screen, get back in front, run back with Evan Turner with R2 and LS as you saw there. Now get back in front, play that right stick on ball defense with the L2, block it. Great stuff. And then you can see, once again here, I get up on close, go over the pick, and then I run. Look, I'm just running with turbo and L stick here. It's just R2 and L stick to beat Barton to the spot, and then I'm gonna get back onto this hip by flicking the right stick at Barton's hip and holding it. So now I'm holding L2, R2, and right stick, and I get a steal. So watch. Get into Barton's way, push the left stick at Jokic's hip. Now run with turbo, beat Barton to the spot, hold all 4 buttons at this point, and then we can force a steal. So go over here again, use L2 and R2 to contain. So now I'm not just running, I'm holding L2 and R2, so defensive stand and turbo to contain him. So at this point, I know Harris is going to sprint to the right side there, so now I'm going to sprint with him. So now it's just left stick and R2 to sprint, and I'm going to hit his hip here. So I'm going to hold on to right stick. Now I'm holding to all 4 buttons, right stick, R stick, L2, R2, stay close to him, ride his hip, contest that spin move. Beautiful work. So L2, R2, right stick, get over the pick, L2, R2 only. Now L2, R2 with right stick, stay in front, hold turbo, hold all 4, hold contest. I didn't jump that time because I don't want to foul, but it's still a full contest. So get up close onto him, get over the pick with right stick, ride the screener's hip, get back, hold L2, turbo, and RS to close out. I said just don't hold RS a lot because it's just Jefferson slower. That's why I'm holding it. But because if you hold up, right stick like that, you do hands up defense, and that's really easy for blow-bys. But against a slower guy, you can do it. So watch me get over the pick. Just stay in front with L2, R2. Nothing much here. So he's recovering, so I'm going to hold the right stick to deny the shot because I'm faster than him. And that is a full lockup where that pick and roll led to nothing. Now, but obviously, mistakes on defense will still happen. Definitely. You just gotta avoid being consistently bad. Using all 4 buttons does take a lot of focus, and there will be missteps because we're talking like, if you miss an inch or like a feet, it's over. So here you can see I'm doing a B+ contest, but I needed 1 more step, so I messed up there. And in this instance, you can also see the right stick isn't unstoppable because rating and size is still important. Like Millsap has a size and post-up advantage here on Minu, so he gets beat even though I was in good position. And here you can see me do too much L2 with CJ, and I kind of screwed a Minu because he has to come help because I didn't stay in front of my own on-ball attacker. So that hurt Aminu there, so that obviously went in. And here you can see me do too much L2 and right stick, but not enough turbo, so I get turned by Jefferson on Turner, and that leads to an open shot by Plumlee. And here, once again, too much turbo, so I screwed Aminu again with my bad game. Like, look at that, too much turbo. They got around me. Aminu had to come help. He did the right thing. Like, the setting was correct. Aminu did his job coming over to help, but it's just a tough situation, so we got an N1. Here, I did a bad turbo angle with Dame, but because it's good defensive settings, Willie came over to bail me out. That was a use of block, so that's nice, but because I gave up precision, so I gave up rebounds. So it's still bad. And here is just, I got tired, so bad reaction by Deli there. As you can see, slow reaction. No right stick, no whatsoever. Like you can see me, I just didn't react here. So then I got beat, clean blow by. Good help defense again because of the settings, which I will show you guys later. But it's just too tough. And here I bite on Jokic's shoulder fake and I gave up the fadeaway. The right stick defense is prone to give up fadeaways because you're kind of stationary and up close. So you need to be able to, read it correctly and sprint at the right time with turbo only to close the gap. There I also failed again, too much turbo, and I gave up the fadeaway on the shoulder fake again. And here, it's not enough turbo closing out on the fade, so I didn't bite on the shoulder fake. I was okay, but I didn't do enough turbo. I only did right stick, so I got the fade away, too much separation, so I should have turboed more than right stick contest. And same thing here, not enough turbo closing out on the contest. I didn't fall for the shoulder fake. I should have turboed with right stick here, but I didn't. I was a bit slow. It looks like I contested it, but I didn't. You see in slow motion, so that's bad. And here I did great side to side initially, but I did too much L2, so I got crossed. I recovered. He missed the shot, but that's too much L2 slide by me. So once again, I missed the step. In this instance, I didn't do enough turbo to win the spot with Aminu here. So Musa beat me to the spot, and I did a terrible contest angle, so I didn't even contest properly with the right stick. He just missed. I got lucky, but eh. And here I did a good hip ride, but I missed the contest because I overslid with L2 and R2. So I too much defensive stance and too much turbo in this instance. So when Murray took the shot, I didn't contest. I forgot to right stick here. So that's bad. So essentially, this is pretty much a 50-50 game. You can't always defend perfectly, but user effort and focus will dictate success rate. So the more you read, the better you do, you lock up. So here's a common defensive possession where there's good and bad, like everything, right? You see, I did good L2 defensive stance to sit on Chandler's hand here. But I had to switch to CJ because computer switch messed up the off-ball defense on the left side, so I had to recover on Harris of CJ, which lets Covington do the on-ball D. I see Jokic coming over for a pick here, but I noticed that Covington is in perfect position to blow up this pick and roll because he's sitting on Chandler's side, but he messed up. CPU, AI Robert Covington messed this up by going back in front of Chandler, so now my hedge is in the wrong angle, so I switched back to Covington to do this myself. CPU really helped me a ton by hedging Chandler for a bit, so that let me recovered after the screen. Now I can sit on Wilson Chandler. I did not bite on the shoulder fake, and I actually close out on the fadeaway perfectly with the correct turbo and correct right stick. That's a full lockup, a common defensive position where there was good things and bad things happening all at once. And just an extra note, the right stick can also help you guys steal the ball a lot. As you can see here, that was a right stick steal, no fouls guaranteed. And at the same time, you can use square to steal because the right stick gives you better balance on D. So you saw it there. I had excellent balance with Turner on the on body. I steal the ball with square only. And here, this is what I love. You see Ferry coming for the pick. I use the right stick as a Minu to hit him. Like R stick and turbo to hit him to blow up the pick and roll. That leads to nothing. They swing the ball around. Perfect right stick closeout. And that's defense, family. All of that doing well. Their shots will still go in. Don't be frustrated. That was good work done. So here are the defensive settings I used with this game. I actually use more of the stay attached now, and I'll explain that in a different tutorial. And here are the basic POEs I use with defense. Obviously, crash defensive glass and play physical. Alright? So I will show you guys the new defensive settings that I actually have developed because I have improved my defense dramatically with this right stick, left stick, R2, L2 technique, right? The thing about this is a lot of you are like, oh, this is what I've always been doing, Sam. Actually, this is what I've always been doing too. But that was before 2K17. In 16 and 15, this was super effective. In 14, this was crazy. But the problem with 16 and 17, you couldn't do this to this level because the right stick triggered steal animations. you guys know, like on 2K17 and 16, if you flick the right stick, you get on-ball steal animations. Like, you actually get like a guy digging at the ball, and you don't get that anymore here. You sometimes still get it, but the point is, in 17 and 16, those lead to fouls. Like that right stick flicking animations, because I play on Hall of Fame offline, it leads to tons and tons and tons of fouls against the user. Online, it wasn't too bad, I remember last year from playing out, but it still gets to fouls, so you can't spam it, or you can't use it to this degree. But right now, that is gone. That animation is gone. That digging animation with the right stick on-ball defense is gone, and there's no fouls. So with that, you can use the right stick for everything now. I even showed you guys how to use it to get over screens today by attacking the screener's hip. Okay? So there you go. As always, if you enjoyed this, add a like, please share this to help the game be more balanced. As always, thanks for coming by. New defensive settings coming soon. I will see all of you next time.